Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Gosh, I feel like Nintendo really does watch these videos, okay? Yesterday we talked about a coming Pokemon Presents, and today we've got to talk about the actual Pokemon Presents and why this one is a big deal, and maybe even bigger than we think. It's been a couple times now that Nintendo seems to respond directly to what I say, and I know that's crazy, but maybe they do watch. Thank you all for watching, though. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. We're also talking about the end of Nintendo and Microsoft. Yeah, Phil Spencer said some things, and it doesn't bode well for the Switch. Of course, we do have some good news, and that is that Zelda did insane, and I'm blown away. Plus, Nintendo did the unthinkable and completely swept everyone off their feet. So we got a lot of good news to talk about today. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're all doing amazing. High five that like button for an extra smile in your future, and let me know in the comments down below how you feel about today's stories. Also, real quick for the homies, I know a bunch of you were asking like, hey, payday doesn't hit until Friday. Do you think you could bring the merch back? The limited edition merch, I'm bringing it back for this weekend only, okay? This is the last chance for the color block hoodie and the tie-dye tee. They're back up, link in the description. I put a coupon there for you till Sunday night, all right? This is your chance, and everyone that gets one, you'll still be entered in that big Switch OLED giveaway. Don't worry, I just wanted to make sure you guys were covered in case you missed out. Let's kick it off with my man Link, who's Nintendo's Link to the #1 spot. Yeah, the July NPDs came out. Those are the stats on game sales for last month. The Switch, of course, sold the most units of any hardware console, and The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was #1 overall. That's crazy because this does not even include eShop copies. Yeah, Nintendo doesn't provide downloadable numbers, so this is just retail copies. And Zelda Skyward Sword beat out Call of Duty on all platforms. It beat out Monster Hunter Stories 2, which did a nice job achieving the 3rd spot. It beat out Minecraft. It went gangbusters. And I think that shows just how much demand for The Legend of Zelda during its anniversary year. And man, it just sucks that Nintendo wasn't able to get more together. I feel like they've got to be so pleased that an old 10-year-old title did so well, and I think it shows that players do want some more of that traditional dungeon diving experience. Hopefully they're able to sort of merge the two worlds in Breath of the Wild 2, and you know that one, the pitch for it is gonna be feverish. Plus now Nintendo knows if they do bring back Wind Waker and or Twilight Princess, they'll also do incredibly well. Now, let me know if you picked up Zelda Skyward Sword in the comments down below, and let me know if you picked it up physically or digitally, because Nintendo doesn't like to report those numbers. Now, I also want to tell you that Nintendo did something that has not been done since 1988. Okay, that's before I was born, and I'm an old man. This past week in Japan, Nintendo captured all 30 spots on the top 30 game sales charts. All 30 were Switch games. All 30. Okay, they haven't done that since back in the NES/Famicom era in 1988, when at that time all 30 games were Famicom titles. No console has ever held all 30 spots in Japan. Since then, it's Nintendo till Nintendo, baby. And that just goes to show you how strong this little Switch actually is. Not strong enough though for my man at Xbox. Yeah, Microsoft and Nintendo had a real beautiful partnership. Remember when they put out Cuphead and Ori, and they were collaborating on some interesting game releases, and we thought it was building to something bigger, a partnership that was unheard of, and that they were going to launch Game Pass on the Switch. I mean, we kept seeing that Switch in Phil Spencer's background on all of his Zoom calls. He was just chilling with a strange Nintendo system behind him. And back in July, he tried to say that, oh, it was a gift from Doug Bowser in 2017. It's no big deal, nonchalant, it's just a present. We thought maybe he's playing coy. Maybe he's just trying to be secretive for his superiors, but it turns out it was really just a gift from Doug Bowser. That Switch meant nothing because Phil Spencer had this to say when asked about bringing Game Pass to Nintendo Switch. Phil was asked directly by Games Radar if he was going to bring an Xbox app to Nintendo Switch, and his answer's a bummer. He said, "We have no plans to bring it to any other kind of closed platforms right now, mainly because those closed platforms don't want something like Game Pass." Ouch. Sounds like they may have even had discussions, but Nintendo ain't interested. And of course, common thinking says, okay, Nintendo wouldn't want to merge with Xbox Game Pass, but they'd worked so well together with some of these releases, and there were so many hints and rumors and, oh, it's gonna happen, and it turns out that really it's nothing at all. And it seems at this point in the history books that the beautiful union between Nintendo and Microsoft was just a random speck in the cosmic skies, a moment of unbelievable glory that has passed. Back in 2019, Xbox said they were slowing down putting titles on Switch, and then the Game Pass ain't happening, so it feels like that's just a thing of the past. And it makes me want Nintendo to upgrade their online game service even more. They need to bring more features, and I'm hoping that we finally learn about that during the upcoming September Direct. That is when Nintendo Switch Online subscriptions will roll over, and hopefully they'll be interested in doing something to keep eager fans engaged. We know they've been kind of teasing almost with the Metroid titles in their posts on Twitter, so hopefully the rumors of Game Boy stuff coming to Switch pan out, because it sure isn't gonna be Xbox. And now the saga is complete, the book is closed. Let me know if you enjoyed the brief moment in the sun when Nintendo and Microsoft were one. I called it. Pokemon Presents popped on Twitter this morning, and Pokemon Presents is what we prophesized yesterday during Good Morning Mario. And now the Pokemon Company announces that next week on Wednesday, August 18th, they're gonna be dropping knowledge at 9 a.m. Eastern with a new Pokemon Presents for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Pokemon Shiny Pearl, and Pokemon Legends Arceus. But there's more to this story, all right? Because we know they need to give us details and updates on these games. We've seen very little of Pokemon Legends, and we need to know what features they've added to Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl to make those worth your pickup. Now, I've seen some people say that, what if Pokemon Legends is delayed, since we really haven't seen anything of this sort? But I don't know that we should expect that at this time. Pokemon Company felt pretty darn confident in Pokemon Legends to give it a specific date way back when, and I imagine that they're very, very confident they can hit it. Otherwise, they would have just thrown a 2022 up on the screen. So I'm not anticipating any negative news here, but it is a whopping 28 minutes long, okay? The Japanese live stream indicates that this will be a nearly 30-minute presentation. That is a lot of Pokemon. Imagine how many Bidoof could walk across the screen in 28 ticks, a lot of them. And so it begs the question, does Pokemon Company have more than meets the eye? You have to remember, this is the 25th anniversary for Pokemon, and they have already done some festivities. They had Post Malone and Katy Perry do songs in a strange digital performance, and they did announce all of these games. They've had some merch, but is there even more? Now, there's some things lingering for the Pokemon Company that I think could show up during this extended Pokemon Presents. As you saw, the Indie World was 20 minutes and so much got discussed. Typically, Pokemon Presents are around that length. This one is extra beefy. And I wonder if we'll see a new announcement for something else that we have not yet seen. Or maybe they'll give us new updates on what's going on with Detective Pikachu 2, the game that was supposed to come to Switch, I don't know when, but it got announced years ago and we haven't heard anything since. It sounded like they were planning to do a Detective Pikachu 1 and 2 kind of combo on Switch, so maybe we get updates about that. Perhaps they'll also give the final release date for Pokemon Unite on mobile, since it seems like it's received quite a good audience on Switch. I also wouldn't rule out some Pokemon collabs. In fact, it'd be really great if Nintendo was able to bring Pokemon into some of their other titles. I'm not sure if the two companies are cool enough to work together like that, but imagine an Animal Crossing Pokemon collab. That would be amazing. We had fantastic Mario items, and getting some Pokemon themed items or even Pokemon inspired villagers in ACNH would be the kind of boost that that game needs. But I am expecting something more than just a deep dive into Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Legends Arceus, and so I think this is going to be a really exciting Pokemon Presents to pay attention to. And you have to imagine that that September Direct is coming soon after, so we are fully loaded for Nintendo fun as we lead into the fall. You had the Indie World, you got Pokemon Presents. A Direct seems to be around the corner, and it's just an awesome time right now to be a Switch owner. I'll of course be covering the event next week, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, let me know in the comments down below which game you're most excited to see, okay? Is it Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, or Pokemon Legends Arceus? And are you hopeful for some sort of secret surprise, given that this is a 28-minute long show? You know our show wouldn't be complete though without the poll, so let's dive in. I post these every weekday evening on the community tab to hear what you all are thinking. And I asked, what new Switch game do you hope gets announced at the next Nintendo Direct? And I gave you the options of Kirby, Donkey Kong, Fire Emblem, and Xenoblade. It was pretty darn close, okay? Donkey Kong pulled out as the front runner, and I picked that one as well. I'm super eager to see what Nintendo has cooked up for my favorite duo of Donkey and Diddy, although Dixie, truly, she has my heart. 47% picked that. And then it was relatively close. Kirby came in second with 23, and after yesterday's update to the website with strange Franz Kafka metamorphosis quotes, I think we're gonna see something sooner rather than later. And then a virtual deadlock between Fire Emblem at 14% and Xenoblade at 15%. Rumors indicate that all four of these games are coming sometime soon, so I wouldn't doubt if we saw one or two of them at the coming Direct. But hopefully I'll see way more than one or two of you back next week. Remember, the merch is back up for the weekend only in case you weren't able to get it. Wanted to give you that extra chance, and no matter what, I love you, I appreciate your support. Even your ears or your eyes, or I guess better yet, your ears and your eyes, are so appreciated each and every day. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being awesome. Make sure you have a fun, safe, wonderful weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next week, everybody, SwitchForce out.